What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving deep into Marvel's latest chapter, the Fantastic Four: First Steps. It's Marvel's first family, finally making their grand entrance into the MCU. But does this new take hit the mark, or is it just a cautious beginning? Stick around as we break down everything you need to know, the good, the not so good, and what this means for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And hey, before we jump in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest reviews and updates. Alright, let's start with the basics. The Fantastic Four: First Steps brings the iconic Marvel family into the MCU with a fresh cast. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm. Directed by Matt Shakman, this film carries an enormous amount of pressure. Why? Because it's not just introducing a new family of superheroes. It's expected to kick off Phase 6 of the MCU and set the stage for some seriously big cosmic battles, especially with the looming presence of the villainous Doctor Doom. So does it deliver? For the most part, yes, but with some important caveats. The film does a fantastic job of establishing the core team. Each member has a distinct personality, and more importantly, they genuinely feel like a family. That chemistry is crucial, because it's the emotional heart of the movie. Whether they're facing heavy questions or sharing lighter moments, the actors really bring these relationships to life. Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm shine as the world's greatest uncles. Their chemistry adds a layer of fun and humor. Although Ben's story feels a bit trimmed down, Ebon Moss-Bachrach nails the role, making the most of his screen time. Johnny, on the other hand, gets a juicy subplot thanks to his connection with the Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner, adding some extra fire and motivation to his character. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards is a more complex take. He balances being a brilliant but nervous nerd with hints of deeper struggles bubbling beneath the surface. Reed doesn't undergo a huge transformation here, which might feel underwhelming if you're expecting a classic origin story. But considering this movie is more like a pilot episode for Reed, setting the stage for what's to come, it actually works in his favor. However, the real standout is Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm. Sue doesn't just save the day, she saves it multiple times, including a heart-stopping moment while she's in labor. Kirby brings a fierce, protective energy to the role, and Sue's dynamic with Reed as new parents gives the film its emotional core. Their struggles, exhaustion, and determination feel incredibly relatable, especially if you're a parent yourself. This parenting metaphor is woven cleverly throughout the movie, with Galactus serving as the looming cosmic threat, essentially a metaphor for the overwhelming, unstoppable force of becoming a parent. Paul Walter Hauser as Mole Man deserves a shout-out too. His scene-stealing performance adds a quirky charm that breaks up some of the heavier moments and gives the film a unique flavor. Now, the movie's style leans heavily into a retro-futuristic vibe. Think shiny bubble cars and a bold world of tomorrow, today aesthetic. It's quirky and ambitious, though at times the film seems to apologize for its own weirdness. Almost as if it's asking us to suspend disbelief a little more than usual. The pace is brisk too, at just under 2 hours. First Steps keeps things moving so quickly, you hardly have time to question the plot's more out-there elements, like Super Apes, or the underground kingdom of Subterranea. This rapid-fire storytelling can sometimes feel like a band-aid over some storytelling shortcuts. But here it mostly works as a smart way to keep audiences engaged and not bogged down by exposition. Visually, though, the movie is a mixed bag. The world building is impressive with a dazzling Earth 828 and an enormous Galactus threatening the planet. but the film doesn't quite capitalize on these visuals to create those epic, iconic moments we expect from superhero blockbusters. The most heroic-looking scenes are actually the montages, not the climactic battles, which feel a little underwhelming compared to the high stakes. Speaking of action, there's not a ton of it, and while that's not necessarily a bad choice given the film's focus on character building, it leaves a bit to be desired for fans craving big, comic book-worthy fight sequences. I wanted those jaw-dropping, pulse-pounding moments that really stick with you, but instead, the action feels a bit restrained. One bright spot, the score. Michael Giacchino's music elevates key sequences, especially the soaring, heroic scene where the Fantastic Four blast off to confront Galactus. His sweeping, cinematic themes inject the passion and grandeur the visuals sometimes lack, making those moments resonate on a deeper level. Now, what about the bigger picture? If you're watching First Steps hoping for a game-changing MCU event like Thor Ragnarok or Infinity War, you might come away a bit disappointed. This isn't a movie about blowing up planets or shifting the fate of entire realms. It's a quieter family drama first and foremost. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. Sure, it doesn't push the MCU narrative forward with the intensity some fans were hoping for, but it lays a solid foundation for Marvel's first family. The Fantastic Four are officially here, and these first steps set the stage for bigger, bolder adventures ahead. It's like the MCU is saying, we'll get to the cosmic fireworks soon. For now, meet the family. So, to sum it up, the Fantastic Four, First Steps, is an interesting and sometimes charming entry into the MCU. It might not deliver the earth-shattering moments or visual spectacle you were expecting, but it's a solid start, packed with strong performances, especially from Vanessa Kirby, and a relatable, heartfelt story about family and responsibility. For fans of character-driven superhero tales, this movie offers plenty to enjoy. For those craving blockbuster spectacle, the promise of more to come should keep you patient. What did you think of the Fantastic Four? First Steps. Are you on board with this more grounded, family-focused approach, or were you hoping for something bigger and flashier? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear your take. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more reviews and MCU content, and share this video with your fellow Marvel fans. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.